So good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing on this lovely Monday morning? My name is John Tashiro. I'm the general manager here at the co-op. I really just wanted to welcome you all to this celebration. It's one of the sort of favorite events for me during the year to be able to really hear about all the wonderful stories and projects that our nonprofit partners have been able to do as part of supporting and strengthening the local food systems. I'm also really honored to have, once again, Mayor Meyer and Secretary Tevitz here joining us and to be able to really share in this celebration. As all of you know, although I think slightly surprised, we had put out over $30,000 to 6 grantees as part of their projects. But you'll probably already notice, because I know with some of you that I've spoken to, when you came in, you noticed the amount that you were receiving. The amount was higher than what we actually conveyed. And this is always one of those surprises, one of those really good surprises that we specify a certain amount, and it just so happens that because the uncast refund checks being a little bit higher, we're actually granting out about 20% higher to each of you versus what we did initially. Just a little bit about the Seedling grant program. This is our 4th year conducting this, and as you well know, it is really funded by the Patronage refund program that we provide to our members who shop here at the co-op. The interesting statistic that many people may know is that 70% of our sales come from our members. And so based on the profit that is generated from that, we return a certain portion of that profit back to members every year. And based on the patronage refund checks that aren't cashed, that really is the source for this program. In the past 9.5 years, we've returned over $5 million in patronage refund checks to our members, and thank you all for you as members and customers supporting the co-op at large. One of the things that I know I've already been asked by a couple of people, the fact that because of the significant investment we made here in our South End expansion, that for several years we really need to focus on paying back sort of that debt on this building and what's taken really as part of the South End expansion. So you might be wondering, what will happen to this program? And the good news, and this is really a lot of great work that Allison has led on behalf of the co-op, is we really value the projects that the nonprofits have brought forward as part of that strengthening the local food system. And so we will be continuing, even during that period of time, what we broadly reference as non-profitability of the co-op with this program. And the way that we're going to do that is, all of you may know, we have a Rally for Change program. Due to the generosity of our members and our customers, on a monthly basis, we give donations to 3 nonprofits. One of them is a consistent partner throughout the year, a 50% partner in the food shelf. And that addresses really a lot of the focus around our food insecurity work. And the other 2 rotate every month, a 10% partner and a 40% partner. And so as we look ahead, we'll be taking certain slots within that Rally for Change program to fund the, now what we'll call, moving forward, the Seedling Grants program, and not the Patronage Seedling Grant, for that period of time. Just for reference, we generate now roughly about $22,000 monthly from that Rally for Change program that we give all back to those nonprofits. So a pretty significant amount, which obviously very much part of our commitment to help and enhance the community. So with that, I really wanted to welcome, once again, the mayor and the secretary to the front and ask to share the word.
Thanks, John. It's exciting to be at this event again. You know, I know at least one of you ended up going to the downtown store before coming. I think if I didn't have staff that made sure that I didn't do that as well, which I think is one of the exciting things about this event is that it is here in this great new facility. And I do just want to congratulate everyone involved with the co-op again on this achievement. It's really quite an addition to the city, to this part of town. And I think you know, it really is part of setting this just great rebirth of the South End that has been happening in recent years, and this is a really important part of it. The city is excited about what else is going to be happening right in this area in the years ahead. This was, for people who don't know, this was really, I would say, the first project that treated the arrival of the Champlain Parkway, something that has been talked about for so long that no one actually believes it's ever going to happen, but it is actually going to happen about a year from now. It's going to start construction. And this was a project, one of the challenges with this project is that it had to work with the existing traffic pattern, the existing streets, and it had to work with a brand new, very different road that's going to be built just outside just a few years from now. And that was not easy to sort out, and there was related neighbor issues from the community that had to be sorted out, but I again applaud the co-op on working through that, and thank you guys for your perseverance in getting to today. This has been an exciting event now. I think it's at least how many years have I been coming down? This is how many years has the program been going? Is it the fourth year? Okay, I think I've come every year, and it's always so great to hear about the projects being funded with this patronage, these patronage investments, and this year's no exception. It's been great to talk to a few of you already in here. Both some of the programs I know about already. I've visited the family room and seen the work that Josh does, and know what impact that has on the community. But to hear about what's happening at the high school now and Winooski is really exciting, and speaks to just the ways in which this organization, the co-op, has an impact in the community in so many ways. The city's been proud to be a partner with the co-op from its founding many years ago now, and we are certainly expecting to continue that partnership in this exciting period of growth and expansion, and we look forward to that. So congratulations to all the winners. Look forward to hearing some of the details about how you'll be using these valuable patronage dollars. So, thank you.
Well, good morning. It's great to be here. I think it was here last year as well, but not in this wonderful facility. And John, congratulations to you and your staff and the mayor for this opportunity, and just a wonderful opportunity for our farmers. And I think that's one of the things that we're very proud about of what you've accomplished here. You've taken some chances on some farmers over the years, and you can see that they've grown and they've become more viable. You may have given them their start, and then they've been able to expand to help our economy. Although we might be in the big city of Burlington here, what you're doing here in the city is very, very important to our rural economy. That's where our food is grown, it's raised, that's where our animals are. And your support of our farmers, especially here at this co-op here and also in Burlington, and all our co-ops across the state are really, really important. It's very, very important that we support our farmers during this time. As you know, farmers have a lot of challenges. One being the weather, you never can control that, you never control the markets. But through the support of people who value local food and what's being done is so vital to our economy and across the state. Congratulations to all our folks here. I wish I was in Richard Meyer's food science class. When I was in school, I don't think we had that much fun, but that sounds like an outstanding project, which would be kind of cool. And everyone, thank you. And the other message I think you're doing is you're spreading the message that learning about agriculture is so important to our future. A lot of us didn't have the opportunity to grow up near farms and learn how to learn a lifelong skill. And through these awards here, you're spreading that. Got a chance to see the new cooking facility here with the education. Education is so very important to what we're doing with agriculture. And it can be kind of fun too. I noticed that most of your classes are being sold out. Cool, neat classes that are going to spread the good word of agriculture. So congratulations to everybody. Best of luck with the new store. I know it's going well. It's only going to get better. And thank you for allowing us to be here.
With that, let's get started. We, in no particular order, actually, Richard Meyer, talk about your food science class. So we've just allotted all of the grantees, as we usually do, 3 or 4 minutes to talk about their program. And why don't we give you a check at the same time?
So yeah, I teach a food science class at Burlington High School. I also teach anatomy and physics, and I think the kids do like coming to this class the most. They're teenagers, and they like to eat food. So, so we do different things with food. We make yogurt, we make sauerkraut cheese, and then we learn the science behind it, baking soda, baking powder, how do you can something and all that. We also tend the gardens at Burlington High School. So they start the seeds in the greenhouse in the spring, and then the next class, the following year, they harvest and they take care of the gardens, and then we make like salsa from the onions and the tomatoes and garlic and things like that. So they get to use what we've grown in our experiments and what we make with food. And so this grant was to grow microgreens in the greenhouse. We were going to do an experiment. And so the grant supplied us with LED lights, grow lights. And so we were going to grow some microgreens under the LED lights, some underneath just regular grow lights, like the fluorescent ones, and then some in the greenhouse. And we're going to see which ones grow the best. And then also take those microgreens and herbs that we grow and put them to use the culinary program at BTC at Burlington Technical School. They serve a meal every Friday. Their students actually make a meal, like it's a St. Patrick's meal. It was last week, and based on some theme. And then we would provide the microgreens for them. And maybe at some point make it the whole greenhouse full of these so that even teachers or the cafeteria could use these in their salads and whatnot. And I think it'll be a good way to get students ready for a career, to keep them in Burlington, keep them in Vermont, considering the new law about growing anything. So under, just there'd be more that you'll have to use for growing plants under lights rather. So I guess that's what the program is for. So thank you.
It would also be a really nice tie-in since the co-op is a really big supporter of Burlington School Food Project, who
Yes,
feeds
they're,
most of the kids in Burlington year-round. So if you're selling, using a grant to help sell food to an organization that we already support, comes full circle. Mandy from the Intervale Center, come on up and talk about the kitchen project we've been waiting a bajillion years.
I'm Mandy. I'm from the Intervale. We're an organization that works statewide, but is also place-based here in Burlington. Our mission is to strengthen community food systems. We have 3 big goals: farm, land, people, farm viability, clean land and water, community engaged in the food system. That's really what we're looking at. This kitchen project is something that I've been dreaming about for 12 years, and it was just such a good fit for the Seedling program because it's something that probably wouldn't be happening right now and this fast without this money. And I'm going to try not to cry, but it's like my heart is with this project. So in the Intervale, we have about 60 plus events a year. We have that are public, that are private. We have programs that prepare food either for Fair Share members that are part of our gleaning program that receive free food for 16 weeks during the summer. We do taste tests with them. We do like processing with them. We prepare food for the Food Hub members, which is a social enterprise that we have. We have farmers doing testing products in our kitchen, canning sauerkraut. We have all different kinds of events, caterers, people in and out of our building and in and out of our tiny, weird, ill-equipped kitchen every single day. So with this project, what we're doing is we are upgrading this kitchen so that it can really handle the amount of traffic the facility has on a daily and weekly basis, and also allows us to maybe dream about other things we can do. And so what we're doing is we're basically redoing the kitchen. We're adding basically 2 times more refrigeration space for catering and for events and programs to use that's separate from staff. We're creating 2 zones, one that can be used by staff and one that can be used by people that are preparing food for events and programs. We're getting a dishwasher. Oh my God. It's just going to be the best. A new range, new workflow. We're excited. I actually have the schematic here if anyone is interested. And we'll also have a hand washing sink, which will make this, able to be certified as a commercial kitchen and really support the growth of our organization and all the different things we're doing around food. So it is just amazing, and I want to thank the co-op and thank the committee, the Seedling committee and the board of the co-op for supporting this project. It's really a dream come true, and everyone can come down and see the kitchen. Hopefully by the end of May will be done. So thank you so much.
And since Mandy writes grants, the way she talks and tells stories about grants, she has a lot of grants for the Intervale Center. That works out pretty well for them. All right, Josh Miller from the S Munt Family Room, one of our newer community outreach partners as well.
Thank you.
Tell us a story.
Big story. I'll tell you first of all, I'm the one who went to the South End because I'm sort of new around town, and I'm excited to hear about the South End having a store here so I can come get the gummy bears. I love, so I got 2 spots to go to now. Yeah, so the family room, we're at 20 Allen Street in the North End, and what we, during the summer, pretty much May, September, we're out at Ethan Allen Homestead with our garden program for families that come out there. During the year, we're 1 day a week for family play, but during the summer, we're there 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 1, and we have families come out there with their little ones and big ones too. It's nice about the summer program. The big kids can come out and run around too, and we have this great space out at the homestead to run around and play and host families, and we have a bunch of garden plots that families can sign up. They've already, I think in January, they started coming to us to sign up for a garden plot to get space to grow the food that they want to grow. And they can go anytime they want, but it's a time during the family play they can come there and they can play with their kids and hang out, and we provide food for them, but they can also get time in the garden to do stuff without their kids, which is kind of nice, can be helpful getting things without your kids on you. But at the same time, the kids can be there too. Vermont Community Garden Network comes and has a couple interns that come and work does some projects with the kids, and we do some cooking. We have our English classes out there, so some of the school, we've got some of the curriculum, it's not so much out of a book in the classroom that we do on Allen Street, but they get to go and walk around the garden and kind of get to learn sort of the English version of the foods that they're cooking at home or that they remember from before they came to Vermont. And so we are excited about this Seedling grant because we have this very rustic structure that is, feels like, 5 people went out into the woods and took a bunch of sticks and built this structure for us to have a shaded area where we eat, also where our babies, our infants and little toddlers go to get some protection from the sun. And we do a little baby massage there too and read stories. So we're going to try to rebuild that structure as well, as we've got sort of a storage area that's kind of like if you think of your toy box you had when you were little, kind of where's you're looking for your favorite toy, kind of gets to the bottom. We're trying to figure out a space we can walk in and have our tools ready to go so parents can get in there and access that really easily, whether it be shovels or rakes or anything they need to take care of their garden. So we're super excited, and I just want to thank the City Market for all the support that we get from you guys. I feel like we've gotten a lot of support over the years, lots and lots of support. We get volunteers all the time, great, fantastic volunteers who just are really wonderful, come in and help out on a weekly basis or every once a month or whatever they do. It's really fantastic, and and does great for our program. So, yeah, thank you very much.
And it's nice, we always look for more tie-ins, and it's nice to hear your work with Vermont Community Garden Network, because they're also a community outreach partner, and our prior recipient of the grant here as well, and so it's kind of good. So next, we have Liz Shane from the Schoolhouse Learning Center, who's going to walk right in the door and tell us a story about the Farm Food and Forest Project. And what they're going to do with the 20% more money than what you thought you were getting. There you go.
Awesome.
Just come right in and tell us the story.
You want to hear the story?
I want to hear the story. It's your turn.
Because I work in a school and there are children there. It doesn't always go like you want. We're so grateful for this award, and the Farm Food Forest program is our farm to school program where kids are out of the classroom and either in the kitchen learning basic culinary skills at the farm, at Bread and Butter Farm, who's been a partner with us, or they are in the forest doing sort of basic exploration skills. And so we dedicate half a day once a week, every week, to having kids doing that, so that those sustainability and environmental awareness pieces are just deeply ingrained in who they are. Specifically, what we asked for, I think what we called our proposal was walking the walk, and we had a very specific need, which was that in order for our food program, our hot lunch program that serves 2-year-olds to 8th graders, it's about 65 kids or so a day eating hot lunch, plus also having snacks at different times of the day, that in order for us to actually be able to purchase and store enough local goods, we needed a bigger refrigerator. And our refrigerator just wasn't going to cut it. And we just had a little home refrigerator that just wasn't going to make it. And so we have put all of the funds, we were ready to put our own funds to it, but the extra $222 on top of it all is awesome. And so we have the refrigerator in. Our chef is in. If you walked in and to our where the kids are getting lunch, there's a little board every day that tells them where their food is coming from, and they're able to identify, oh, that was the spinach that I actually grew when I was at Bread and Butter Farm. Or we planted that garlic in the fall, or they get really picky and they go, is this bread and butter spinach? Anywhere else. So having the refrigerator has really made it work for us, and because we couldn't have done it without it. So we're really appreciative.
All right. UVM Foundation and the Arts Project, Mandy and
So I'm Naomi. I coordinate Bridges Health, which is a health access program for migrant farm workers across the state of Vermont. And together with Teresa, we coordinate Huertas, which is a food access program. So we consider it kind of a modified community garden project. Modified in that the way that we build community is by connecting farm worker households who have kitchen gardens. So we support them in really identifying what they need to grow, what they want to grow. Some of the things that they might find in the stores might not meet what they would like to use in their culinary ambitions at home, and so we try and figure out, match what can actually be grown here to what they want to use, and support them in using starts from local greenhouses, seeds that are often donated from the Vermont Community Garden Network and from other places as well, and really trying to ensure that what they want to grow here, they can do that and they can incorporate that into their meals. And so we primarily work in northern Vermont, in the counties that border Canada, because there is some significant access to food issues. And Teresa specifically works with the Department of Anthropology, is going to talk a little bit about that, and then how we can use these funds, which we're excited to get.
So one of the kind of hidden dimensions of food insecurity in Vermont is the access issues that farm workers face, where it's not necessarily a financial issue. It's often getting to a grocery store, finding the foods that you want, having not a lot of fear in going to a grocery store. And so from some of the research that I've done in collaboration with Huertas, we know that farm workers are facing insecurity rates at about 4 to 5% higher than Vermont's average. And even that sort of probably underestimating the problems that people are experiencing. And so we see especially issues accessing fresh produce and things that are culturally familiar, which is what our program tries to address through kitchen gardens.
So with the funds that we got today, we're going to be working with an intern. So every spring we have a number of interns. We generally try and have 2, but we always get 5 or 6 applicants, and we end up finding different things for people to do because they're always such enthusiastic, amazing people. One of them is Dan, our former intern. Elena now works here as a community educator, and it's really awesome to see her move from a position where she really stayed with us for a long time and got to know the community and now has moved on to a professional paid role, which is probably exciting for her as well. But we, so these funds are going to help us take an intern from UVM who has worked with us in the past, transition into a paid role during the summer to look at doing nutrition and cooking classes, some preservation classes with the farm worker community, and kind of bringing it back to that idea of building community among farm workers. So it may be that we're introducing some new recipes, some new produce, or it may be also that we're helping farm workers who are generally isolated share recipes with each other based on things that they primarily would cook at home, that they're now using those same recipes with the produce from the gardens they're growing. And so this, the intern will be able to really make those connections and support people in having a more diverse menu. Yeah. So.
And this year we're working on about 30 farms, and so helping plant 30 gardens. We'll be doing cooking classes for people that are interested in that.
Yeah, so thank you very much. And we're already looking at with the extra funds. And we now have 2. Can we have 2 of the interns stay on with us? Because we're always, it really has been a great mutually beneficial relationship to have interns be able to be in the community and learn about food systems, and then come back and contribute to the community through their paid work, and then the farm workers obviously benefit as well. So, thank you.
We do, most of you know, the dish series with the Intervale Center, and May and Elena work on that. And Teresa, you were on one of our panels not that long ago for some of these topics on farm workers, so it's really nice to bring that back around as well. And the last 2 grants that we offered to UVM were very much research grants, and I don't know that we've actually done a grant as part of this program for farm workers specifically, so I think this is just a nice change of case for us, so thank you for writing that application. And last but not least, Kelsey from Downtown Winooski, otherwise known as the, what did we originally call it? The
Winooski Community Partnership.
All right, so some of you may know it still is the Winooski Community Partnership.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So my name is Kelsey Adams. I'm the board chair of Downtown Winooski, and we're a designated downtown organization and a unique little city of 7,000 people. And we celebrate the vibrancy of our city, and we create community. And one of our major projects that we do each year is the Winooski Farmers Market. And the summer meals program was a huge hit last year, and we're really excited to increase our capacity. We have a little activities tent at the farmers market, and that draws a diversity of it's very diversity. And not everybody that would go to the farmers market would represent the diversity of our city. And so by giving away a free meal on Sunday and having this activities tent, we're really drawing a different crowd than a farmer's market would traditionally draw. So when kids and their parents come up to our activities tent, they'll have, maybe they'll make a sweet potato person with, little vegetable arms and eyes, and they'll experience vegetables in a different way, and maybe they don't see vegetables regularly throughout the week. So they'll make something fun, and then they'll have a meal, and that might have sugar snap peas in it, and a lot of each meal has produce from one of our vendors. So we're supporting our vendors in a different way and giving that produce to different members of our community. And then because we are able to give the crop cash reimbursement like many farmers markets have, a family might say, oh my gosh, those sugar snap peas were so delicious. Now we can go to the farmer next door and use our crop cash to buy some. And we would normally, experience that. So that's what the Summer Meals Program is. And we had 4 interns this past year, and so some of these funds are going to support, making sure that we have paid internships, as well as some capacity building in our organization. We don't have an office space, we don't have a laptop, so just very basic things like that that'll enable us to grow our organization a little bit more. And then, and we have an amazing group of volunteers that come volunteer each Sunday at the market because of the City Market volunteer program. So we are on multiple levels extremely grateful to City Market for their support. And then I just have a quote from a dad in our community that was really talking great things about the Summer Meals Program. I lost my job in the spring, and the free meals for my kids at the farmers market really helped out. By the end of the weekend, we didn't always have enough food to go around, so having a free meal with fun activities for the kids really helped. So, thank you so much.
So Meg, why don't you come up? So Meg's our outreach and education manager that we likely took from Maggie long term. I want to say thank you to the Member Grants Committee, and I see a couple of members here. Thank you so much. We have a Member Grants Committee so made up of our membership who applied and have done a lovely 2-year tour with our program, and so now we are looking for a new Member Grants Committee. So if you know of anyone, we'll put that out. It's live on the website today. And our board chair, Faye Conti, is here from the co-op, and I wanted to say thank you to Faye and the board, because ultimately the board is the one who made the decision to change the bylaws so that we could do this sort of thing with the uncashed patronage. And the board are the ones that the Member Grants Committee makes the recommendation to, and then ultimately approves or tells us to go back to the drawing board, which they haven't done yet. We try to do all of our due diligence. So I'll leave it to May to explain the grant process for 2018 and maybe what we're looking for in the grants committee, and then we should just drink coffee and eat muffins.
Great, thank you. As Allison said, I'm the outreach and education manager here. I'm really excited to hear from the grantees and hear about these projects that we were hearing about this summer, and kind of having a refresher today and be reminded of all the incredible work that's being funded. We are excited to open up both the grant application for 2018 and the grant committee application for 2018. They're both live on the website today, and so they'll both be due applications in June 29th for the grants themselves. I think a little earlier in June for the grant committee, and then we meet about 3 times throughout the summer with the grant committee and kind of review the applications and put forward our suggestions to the board, who then approves the funds. As John explained earlier, the program is going to be funded a little bit differently this year through our Rally for Change program, which we're excited about as that grows to kind of have more opportunity to be able to fund a wider variety of projects and really focus on the food system. So if anybody is interested in joining the grant committee this year, please do apply. I'm happy to answer any questions. Allison and I will both be available. And we're really excited for another year of incredible projects. Really want to thank everyone who applied, as well as our grant committee members who are here, putting in some good time this summer to choose some pretty incredible projects. So thank you. Amen. Thank you.